Michael Jackson's faithful fans do not believe in the testimonies that were given in the new documentary Leaving Neverland by Wade Robson and James Safechuck. But others have changed their minds about the legendary musician and listened to the victims' testimonies with horror. Regardless of where you stand, there is one thing that cannot be forgotten after watching the HBO production. Where were the parents when this happened, and how could they let this happen? Stay with Curious Sips to find out. In the documentary Leaving Neverland, apart from two men, there were also their siblings, wives, and above all, mothers. The mom's stories were the ones that were most painful moments of the production. Both of them did not realize what was happening in Michael's house for a long time. Both were captivated by the fame and splendor, and they were glad that their sons had such a great relationship with the king of pop. The children assured them that everything was fine and that they loved Michael, and they believed what they were saying. Even when they had their doubts, James Safechuck's mother, Stephanie for example, eavesdropped on the bedroom door of Michael, and Joy, Robson's mother, listened to their phone calls. Both of them emphasized that there was an explanation for everything and everything seemed innocent. Besides, they treated Jackson like a son of themselves and insisted that he was like a kid who was making up for all of his unhappy childhood. Stephanie found out about the harassment when her son was already an adult. James confessed that he asked his mother to swear that she would not do anything about it. The woman cannot forgive herself today, just like her son, who was struggling with his feelings for his parents. Stephanie admitted, "I did not protect my son. That will always haunt me. I had one job, I had one child, and I fucked up. All those wonderful memories were based on the suffering of my son. My son had to suffer for me to have this life. My son is messed up today because of it. I'm messed up today because of it." Robson first told his wife and siblings. He confessed to his mother during a visit to the psychiatrist he went to. Robson's wife did not let her mother-in-law into their house for months after Wade first admitted to the abuse. Joy said, "The fame, the whole thing, you get caught up in it. I really didn't know. I didn't know what else I could have done, but whatever it is, I wish I had. Maybe I could forgive Michael at some point if I tried to understand that he was sick, but forgiving myself is another thing. I don't know if I'll ever get to do that." The fathers of the two men did not take part in the production. Wade's father, Dennis Robson, took his own life in 2002. The family admits that he suffered from bipolar disorder and could not come to terms with leaving his wife and two children in America with Michael. Wade remembered that he did not meet his father for 2 years, which might have affected his illness and following his death. Jordan Chandler was the first boy who publicly accused Michael of molestation in 1993. After the parents agreed to receive a settlement of about $20 million, Evan Chandler and his family fall apart. The man allegedly went through a dozen plastic surgeries not to be recognizable, moved away from the family, and suspectedly feared of being murdered by Michael's fanatics. He finally shot himself in 2009. It is not known what has happened with Jordan himself. They say that with the changed identity, he lives in New York and avoids the media. Apart from commenting on the Michael Jackson case, people cannot believe the behavior of the parents. People are wondering how it is possible that the mother or father of the children did not notice anything and did not protect their children. Why did they let their children sleep in the same bed with an adult man? As experts note, parents are usually the last to learn about a child's tragedy. Adults often move away from the idea that someone close can hurt their offspring because they think that such things do not happen, they just happens to others. They use mechanisms of denial. It also happens that they are afraid of believing their children because they could just have made up the story. Many adults want to avoid the humiliations and troubles that come with believing their children's possible fabricated truth. Experts also note that often a child does not realize that something bad has happened and even more defends their perpetrator. If the person is known and respected, the child feels distinguished and honored by communing with him. Initially, he wants to do everything for his idol, satisfy him, and whenever he receives love and acceptance in exchange, he does not see anything wrong with the adult behavior. It is only in adulthood that he can understand the seriousness of the situation. What do you think about the accusations that were made against Michael Jackson? Do you think the parents are also guilty? Let us know what you think in the comments and become part of our Curious Sips family by subscribing to our channel.